Time to hear from Aaron Boone about the win in the Manager's Report, brought to you by Toyota.
Aaron, how fortunate do you feel to get out of here with a win, considering your starter didn't make it out of the second inning?
Yeah, just what a great team effort. I mean, you know, position players just at bats, grinding away. And then, you know, obviously the bullpen coming up huge to different degrees. Yarbrough getting us to the middle innings there, and then you know, Timmy and Hammy and Devin finishing it off. And just a lot of really quality at bats, and it's a feel-good one right there.
You mentioned the quality at bats. Ben Rice, 4 for 5, first career 4-hit game. Just what were you seeing from him at the plate that allowed him to be so consistent tonight?
Just more raking. You know, he can really hit. I mean, and he's obviously putting together great at bats. There's patience within there, and you know, when he's getting into some leverage counts, he's obviously doing a lot of damage. I mean, he's, you know, smoked 3 of them tonight.
It seemed like it had been a grind at times for Oswaldo Cabrera at the plate. First home run tonight. First home run in this ballpark in a regular season game for a Yankee. Did he look like he was doing anything different in the batter's box?
No, I think he's been fine. You know, even into tonight, I thought his batting practice today was really good. I thought there was life in his barrel, and you know, the first hit he hit, you know, really dropped the head on, smoked that ball through the right side, and then obviously the home run there, and then, you know, I thought got off some other good swings tonight too. So good to see that, certainly.
Does Jazz need to find a way to control his emotions in that scenario?
I mean, I'd like to be the one going there, you know, but you know, hope it happens every now and then, and you know, hopefully in the future that's me. You know, I don't love our players going, but you know, I also understand, you know, how difficult that is to lay off a tough 3-2 pitch there, and so, you know, I understand there's going to be some emotion there.
You look back at Rice last year, had some great games early on, and the struggles. Do you think that little bit of a roller coaster ride might have fueled the offseason work that he did that has played a part in this success?
I don't know if it fueled it. I think he's a really confident hitter and confident in his ability, and has a work ethic to go with it. So I think he was just, whether he, you know, had a ton of success or had some ups and downs, like in a lot of ways it was a really great first act for him. You know, he did some really good things, and even through the struggles, and you guys have dug on this a little bit, you know, it was probably better than what the numbers were saying, you know, because he was still hitting the ball hard. There was no question some punch in there for, you know, that final 80 at bats or whatever. But I mean, you saw a potentially really good hitter, you know, emerging, and you know, it doesn't always happen overnight.
Aaron, what were you seeing from Warren that you felt you had to get him in the second inning rather than working through it?
Well, I wasn't going to let him go to 40 pitches in the inning. I mean, that as much as anything. And, you know, I felt like, you know, kind of the game and the balance there. And if I did let him face Lau, which is a tough matchup going into about to throw 40 pitches for the inning, and then I got Yonda behind him with Yarbrough warming up, I just felt like that was my shot there to with Yarbrough against Lau, knowing we're going to have to piece it together. But that was more about a pitch count thing with a young pitcher, that I wasn't going to let him go throw 40 plus pitches in an inning.
You said before the game you were looking forward to seeing what this environment would be like. What'd you make of it?
I don't like my view from the dugout, my spot. Kind of sucks, actually. But I mean, it was a great environment. I mean, obviously a ton of Yankee fans, so it felt, you know, noisy and exciting, especially when we were coming back and building a little bit. So, you know, I think they've, you know, the Yankees and the Rays have done a great job in getting this ready and creating a really good environment. But I didn't like my seat.
Were there any moments in particular that when it struck you something weird or something unusual, whether in the warm-ups or anything like that?
All of it was really weird, honestly. But then we're in the fire, you know, right away, and it becomes this kind of stressful game of, where a lot of things have to start happening. So you're kind of we're just playing now. Wow. It's a long time ago, but wow, what a throw. I think probably I'm sure they told Meisner before the game, but he got to live it. That's about as good as you'll see right there.
What sucks about your view?
Just tucked in there. It's not great. So I got to move to a place that I'm not usually with my signs too to Louis. It's fine. It's fine. I like the other side better.
Is that also, it's spring training, you're outside the dugout.
Yeah, I'm like, can we put the screens out and sit behind the screens? Yeah, but you certainly take the W.
We've seen Judge make a lot of great catches, some in center last year, a lot of great throws. He's never won a Gold Glove. Are you surprised maybe his offense overshadows how great of a defensive player he is?
Yeah, I've never felt like it overshadows. I feel like people always acknowledge how good a all-around player he is and how good a defender. Some of those things, the Gold Glove is just a little bit of a timing thing. There's been years where he hasn't been out there probably enough. There's been years where he's been in center and right, but I think industry-wise, people know what a special defender he is too.